Mr. Big Box, $226. And the same tire at Pumpelly Tire, $169? Well, how about that?
Not only do we have great prices, we have the best trained sales and service people in the business. Come by one of your convenient Pumpelly Tire stores for that great personal service you've come to expect.
Hi, I'm Rachel Whittaker, sports writer at the Lake Charles American Press, and thanks for joining us for our Week 9 Friday forecast. I'm coming to you from St. Louis Catholic High School. The Saints are coming off a 29-21 loss to LaGrange this past Friday and are 2-1 in district play, tied for second place. The Saints were very much alive in the LaGrange game as they jumped out to a 14-0 lead and led 21-6 at one point, and they seemed to be in control as LaGrange was self-destructing left and right with penalties and interceptions. I talked to St. Louis defensive coordinator Tommy Johns about how his team can rebound from that loss as they travel to take on DeRidder this Friday.
DeRidder, like always, they've got good athletes. They're a little young this year compared to what they have been. Last year and the year before they were a senior ball club. This year they've got more juniors, a few sophomores playing, but they're still a good team. I think our district is so balanced as far as there's really not a true dominant team in the district, so it makes it even more wide open. Mm-hmm. And that's you can't take anybody lightly, and they're going to want to end the season on a good note. And anytime they can go in there, you're never going to prepare to lose. You want to go out there, they're going to try to beat us, and we're going to try to beat them. So it's going to come down to execution. We can't keep making the same mistakes we've made the last couple of weeks, especially this late in the season.
And in your most recent game last Friday against LaGrange, jumped up early 14-0 in the first quarter against the Gators, and they were really self-destructing like crazy, 15 penalties in the first half alone, but then going on to lose 29-21. If you could just tell me what went wrong that allowed them to come back in the second half.
Well, like you said, the first half we played pretty well. We got off to a real good start, fast start. Got up 14-0. They came down and scored on us, and then a crucial penalty in the game was when we got a stop on fourth down by the goal line. We got a pass interference call, and they got a fresh set of downs, inside the 5. And you give somebody 8 opportunities to score inside the 5-yard line, that's going to be pretty tough to stop. And that was a crucial point right there in the ball game. But we ended up coming back down. We scored to go up 21-6, so we're still feeling pretty good. And you go into half, and we come out in the third quarter, and we almost did the same exact thing they did in the first half. We kind of self-destructed. We had several turnovers, some misalignments on defense, blown coverages a couple of times here and there, missed assignments, just little things like that. It's when you play a team like LaGrange with athletes, it's going to come back to haunt you.
And leading up to your final 2 games of the regular season, do you feel like your defense that you're watching over has kind of realized what needs to happen to get back on the winning streak?
Oh, there's no question that they know, and with anything, it comes down to execution. I think we're always going to be, I'll say always, but majority of the time we're always in position, but it's just coming down to making a play. And we tell our kids at this point in the season, that's got to start happening. When you face good athletes, you've got to be able to break down and make a tackle, and the name of the game is blocking and tackle. I don't care what you drop on the board, and it comes down to execution.
Johns told me the Saints can't afford to overlook DeRidder despite their 2-6 record. The Saints defense was led by senior free safety Ben Drouilhet last Friday, as he had 2 of St. Louis's 4 interceptions of LaGrange. I talked to Ben about his season so far and how he made the transition from cornerback to free safety.
It was different. It's a different position, but a little more focus here in practice, get used to different spot on the field, but it's same kind of stuff.
Was it smooth, or did it?
It was rough the first couple practices, but after a few weeks of work, it wasn't too bad.
And you leading the team so far this season with 7 interceptions through 8 games. What's been working for you, I guess?
We've been working hard at practice. Defensive line's getting good pressure. Quarterback's been making mistakes and just capitalizing on them.
And with 2 games in the regular season left to go, first DeRidder and then Beauchene to close the year, what do you guys have? I mean, obviously playoffs is the goal, but as a team, what do you guys have in mind to accomplish?
First things first, we want to win these last 2 and win district, get into the playoffs, and then see where we sit from there and try to make a run there.
And we've got a good rivalry game to watch on Friday night as Barb hosts Sulphur. Sulphur's coming off an impressive win against Como from last Friday, as senior quarterback Bryce Gardner and running back Brian Walker both had huge games, accounting for 3 touchdowns apiece. And for Barb, backup Ryan Nolan really picked up the slack, along with running back Courtney Galentine and jack of all trades Trey Quinn. So Sulphur's defense will certainly need to bring it against Barb, as both teams are in a 4-way tie with Acadiana and Karen Crow for first place in District 3 5A. In Class 3A action this Friday, 4-4 Westlake will try to rebound from a blowout loss at the hands of Notre Dame they suffered last Thursday night when they take on Iowa, who's also 4-4. The Yellow Jackets started off the season 4-0, but have since lost 4 straight games. Quarterback Austin Terrio has really been on fire lately, but it just hasn't been quite enough to pull Iowa out of its losing streak. So it'll be interesting this Friday to see which team's defense will best be able to contain the other's offense. As I'm sure you remember, Westlake running back Devin Eaglin is nearly unstoppable. And now here's a look at the rest of this weekend's matchups. Thanks for watching our Week 9 Friday forecast. Be sure to tune in to AmericanPress.com next week as we start talking playoffs. And as always, pick up an American Press print edition daily for a look at scores, features, highlights, and analysis from high school, college, and professional sports. For now, from St. Louis Catholic High School, I'm Rachel Whittaker.